Gang, what's up? Aaron here, Canadian Looney. What a mess Mark Carney has in his cabinet of conspiracy. This is our health minister. She seems like some kind of voodoo woman. Then we're going to follow that up with our Minister of Industry, Melanie Joly. I don't know, like on or off the rails, this chick's got to go. And then we're going to check out Chicken Little Wayne Long. He's a mess as well. What direction is Carney trying to steer us? That's a good question. Let's take a peek at these loser ministers in Carney's cabinet of corruption.
Hey, that's something everyone can enjoy.
The Honourable Member for Kamloops, Shuswap, Central Rockies.
Mr. Speaker, farmers love their animals and would do anything to protect them. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is planning to cull 400 ostriches in BC because of an outbreak of avian flu. When it comes to animal safety, Canadians expect due diligence and transparency. Canadians are looking to this government to explain why the cull is necessary, but the Liberal government has not posted a public update in over a month. Canadians want to know, why did the Liberal ministers not work with the agriculture sector to resolve this issue?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to make sure that this member knows that I am working very closely with the Minister of Agriculture, and the case is now in front of the court, so I won't comment more. Thank you.
She's a voodoo woman, guys. Don't make jokes.
Stackelberg with CBC News. 5 million Canadians signed up for this program, but only about half have actually gone to see an oral health care provider. How do you explain that discrepancy, especially when some of those people would have been able to apply half a year ago?
Well, I think two things. It's still a new program. The fact that people are enrolling to the program and the fact that we have more than 5 million people accepted by the program, it's a good news. Now the program is available for them. It's like, you can go to your doctor and you don't feel the need to go tomorrow morning, but you still can go to the doctor. It's just the same. This is how I see it. So people have their little card in their hands and they will reach out to their dentist when they need. So I feel to have people enrolled in the program is key for them to have the opportunity to go.
Many patients that I've spoken to say that a concern they have with the program is the balance billing part. So that basically allows a dental clinic to charge more than what the federal government will reimburse them for. Sometimes it's more than what the provincial fee guide is as well. So I'm curious if you would consider putting any sort of restrictions or limits on what dentists or oral health care providers can charge people for these services. I think previously a lot of people thought this was free health care, but there are still a lot of people who say they are really surprised when they see the bill, and it's a lot more than what the federal government is reimbursing the dentist for. So would you consider putting any sort of limits or restrictions on dentists and oral health care providers?
Okay, so let me be clear. It's a new program. It's a program we built as
well, it's a year and a half old. It's a year and a half old at this point.
Yes, but it's still new. It's a new service that we are providing to Canadians, and we are working with a company to making sure that we are providing the services. We are monitoring very closely how fees are applied to patients, and my department is working closely also with the providers, to make sure that we can understand the cost, why the costs are applied, and we will improve within the time. If I'm considering putting some, restriction, I wouldn't say this for today, but it's still a work in progress.
Moon Highway, you and Christia chugging Crown and Coke again?
Sober since 2019. Worse than tequila nightmares.
Kenora Kiwetinung.
Northern Ontario was hit with devastating job news this week, Mr. Speaker, when Cap Paper and Kapuskasing announced plans to close their mill, directly affecting 300 jobs and indirectly many more. The company is blaming a lack of federal support for this decision, saying that although a program was announced months ago to help, nothing is going to be available in time to save this mill. Mr. Speaker, this is completely ridiculous, and it's incompetence at its worst. Why have the Liberals broken their promise to these workers by making big, grand announcements and then leaving Northern Ontario abandoned?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
Speaker, the closure of cap paper is a gut punch to workers, to their families, and of course to communities. And the federal government is at the table and willing to help. The province needs to come back to the table. That being said, I'm meeting along with the Minister of Jobs, the executives of cap paper this afternoon, and we're in solution mode. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So, good news indeed. Great work by the Secretary of State, Stephen Fuhr, on the Defence Investments Agency. It's an important agency for different reasons. Our goal is to recreate an industrial capacity in this country when it comes to defense. And while we will be working obviously on procurement, we want to make sure that procurement and basically contracts go to Canadian companies as much as they can. So that's what I've been focusing on. I've talked to the CEO of this new Defence Investments Agency last week, Mr. Guzman, and I've been working very closely with Stephen Fuhr on this. We've been to Sweden and Finland together, and we want to do more. So basically, when you think about our future defense industrial strategy, our goal is to buy, is to build, and to partner.
Is there a quota or a metric on the amount of Canadian? Is there a quota or a metric by which Canadian investments have to be made in Canadian companies?
So a couple of things. When we will buy, for example, there are certain things we won't be building in Canada, submarines, for example. So when we will buy, we will ask companies to be able to have Canadian content in what we buy. The best example is submarines, and that's a competition at this point between two companies, a consortium from Germany and Norway, which is called TKMS, and there's another one that is based in Korea, which is called Onwa. And our goal is to make sure that they can really work with our companies and our supply chain here in Canada. When it comes to building, the National Shipbuilding Strategy is another example.
What is the outcome, or what changes, if any, were you able to get from Tech Resources and Anglo American, given your statement the week before about your meeting last week, that you were looking for changes and that what they put on the table isn't enough? What changes have you got?
Well, this is an ongoing process, so when I'll have more to say, I'll have more to say.
What do you think? People who say this is another government agency, another layer of bureaucracy, what do you have to say to those who say this is another government agency, another bureaucratic layer?
So, for a long, long time in Ottawa, we've been trying to procure on the defense side faster. And a lot of things we've worked on didn't work. And so that's why it's been part of our platform to be able to come up with a new solution. And it's been work that's been spearheading by the Secretary of State, Stephen Fuhr. And this new agency will be able to streamline procurement for defense. But it's more than only procurement, it's also investments also in the sector of defense. Listen, we've never invested so much in defense in decades. We now need to make sure that we create jobs out of this, and that's why we'll do that. Thank you.
The parliamentary budget officer just pulled the fire alarm. He called our finances, quote, very alarming, stupefying, shocking, and unsustainable. He warned, quote, if we don't change, this is done. Something's going to break. We're standing at the cliff's edge, and for the younger generation especially, this is their future at risk. Every dollar this Prime Minister spends today comes out of Canadian pockets tomorrow in higher taxes and higher inflation. Will the Prime Minister keep marching Canadians toward the cliff off doubling deficits, or will he finally turn back before it's too late?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know where the Conservatives have been for the last 4 months, but we have crisscrossed the country talking to, consulting, and listening to Canadians. Their message was resoundingly clear. They want us to spend less in government operations, invest more in nation-building projects, strengthen our economy, building the most resilient economy in the G7. Again, please, Conservatives, stop the rhetoric. Join with us. Get on board. Thank you.
Get on board.
I'm wondering if you have anything to say on that.
They are, and
we believe in the CRA. We believe in fairness. I'm looking forward to reading the report and seeing exactly what it entails. But I have confidence that the right decisions will be made.
Is there any, some of these charities have probably been negatively affected by this. Is there anything the government could do to make it right for them?
Well, we're going to review it, and certainly we are all about fairness. We know the charities do great work across our country, and we will kind of lean in, and I will personally lean in and make sure that things are right.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll wrap it up right there, gang. Aaron, Canadian Looney, like, share, subscribe. We cover all of these question periods. We cover a lot of other things live as well. Check out one of the other videos floating around. Thank you for watching this one. We'll catch you in the next one. Get your Canadian federal politics right here. Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Look inside yourself, Rosemary.
It's time for a change in this country, my friends. A real change.
Now I have a question. Who's ready?
How many kids did you molest with Jeffrey Epstein?
More than just elbows.
Wow.
I am a European, actually.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, Irish citizen, yeah.
These are Muslim values.
A real change.
These are Canadian values.
Wow.
Speaking as a European, I love.
Happy birthday! A few days short. A little bit. A few days short, but didn't have a chance to see you on the day.
Reticent to
because
talk
I'm
about
because I'm a good negotiator. I have negotiated a number of situations in the past. I know how to manage crises.
This is the most consequential vote of our lifetimes.
A real change.
These are Canadian values. Because President Trump has ignited a trade war that is ruptured. No, we don't like Trump here.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
Happy birthday.
Being aware of what potential conflicts of interest you sought
What possible
to avoid.
conflict would you have, Stephanie? Stephanie, I'm complying with the rules. I'm complying with the rules in advance. Point final. Look inside yourself, Rosemary.